Welcome to Searching Databases to Find Scholarly Psychology Articles. For your assignment, you'll be writing a research paper in which you examine the relationship between parenting style and the formation of being independent, self-reliant, academically, and socially developed. And for this research paper, you're required to find 4 scholarly peer-reviewed articles that talk about these subjects. So in this tutorial today, I'm going to teach you how to search the library databases to find scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles, how to refine and narrow your search results by making your search more specific, how to locate the full text of articles, and how to send and save the articles you find. The first step when you need to locate scholarly peer-reviewed journal articles is to visit the library website. Here we are at the main Mount St. Mary College website on the home page, and to get to the library website you can scroll down to the bottom, and in the footer you'll see a number of links. The second link in here says Kaplan Family Library, and that is a link to our website. The web address is also pretty easy to remember. It's just msmc.edu/library. We're here to locate some information that we need for your psychology research paper. So looking at the navigation on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice the first link says Find Information. So we'll want to click on Find Information here. Scrolling down, you'll see ways to access information by the different types of sources. So the first is for books, and the second one here says Articles and Databases, and that's where we want to go today. So I'm going to click where it says Articles and Databases. So the library provides access to over 80 databases, and they all contain articles on different subject areas. If you know the name of the database that you want to search, a good way to go about getting to that database is by clicking the All Databases tab here. If you're not quite sure which one you want to search, or if you want to search a couple, but for articles in a particular subject area, your best bet is to click on Databases by Subject. Here you'll see a listing of different subject areas. Today we're going to look for psychology articles, so I'm going to go to the third column here, and right about in the middle you'll see it says Psychology. And I'm going to click on that link to be brought to the Psychology Research Guide. Now this acts as a portal to finding information of all different types of formats. The tab that you open up to is the Books and Articles tab, and right here in the center we'll see it says Find Articles Using Databases, and this links the databases that contain psychology related content. We're going to search PsycInfo for this example today, so I'm going to click on the first link here that says PsycInfo. Now we're prompted to log into the database so that it knows that we are a Mount St. Mary College student. So I'm going to type in my username and my password here and click Sign In. Okay, here we are at APA PsycInfo database, and right here at the top you'll see the search boxes where we can type in our key terms, or the terms that we're interested in finding articles about. So for this assignment we need to find articles about parenting styles. So the first thing I'm going to try is to just type in parenting styles into the search box and click search and see what we get. Right here towards the top of the results, it says search results, and it tells you how many articles you have returned. And we've returned almost 8,000 articles. That's a lot to get through, and you're never guaranteed that the best article for you is going to be on the first 3 pages of results. It could be number 7,929. So what we want to do is think about our topic, narrow it down a bit, so that we can make sure to get the articles that are most relevant to us, and we don't have to spend time looking for anything that's not quite on target. So I think what I'm going to do is look at a specific parenting style. So I'm going to pick permissive. And you might pick a different parenting style, and that's completely fine. Just type that style into the box and click search and see what we get. Okay, so now we're down to 720. So that's still quite a lot to go through. So we'll probably want to narrow down a bit more by adding some more key terms and lowering that number of results. I remember in my assignment description, it said that we were supposed to look at how parenting styles affect children in their development in a few different ways, and one of those was about academic achievement. So I'm going to pick that to focus on first. And I'm going to type academic achievement here. And what's great about the databases is they'll also give you some suggestions for other terms to search by. So you may find that academic performance or academic success might work better for your search results. So it's always a good idea to take a look at these suggestions. Okay, 61 results. That's a pretty good number of results. You normally want to aim for between 20 and 80 results. That's usually a manageable amount of articles to get through. But we do have a little bit more narrowing to do based on the requirements of our assignment. So our professor said that she would like us to find articles published in scholarly peer-reviewed journals. And you might think, how can I tell if an article in the results is published in a scholarly peer-reviewed journal? The databases make it pretty easy for us. We can limit to articles just published in that type of a journal. What we have to do is under Limit To here, click on Show More, and we'll see all of our limiting options. And there are others here you may want to explore. But for us today, we want to look just at peer-reviewed journal articles. So we just have to click that box underneath peer-reviewed and click search, and the database will cut out anything that hasn't been published in a peer-reviewed journal. And that means that before the article was published, it underwent a review by people who study that subject area, and they review it to make sure that the study is sound and it's providing, good quality information. The next thing that we might want to do, and it depends on the assignment sometimes, is look at this publication date. Here we see we have articles published in 1987, which was quite a long time ago. So depending on either if your professor has specifically said she would like newer content, or if you feel that this subject area requires you want to see what has been recently published in this area, you can change these dates here. So I'm going to say, let's look at articles from 2010 to 2019. Okay, and now we have 21 articles to look through. So the next step is that you want to look at these titles of the articles and see if anyone looks like it's on target for your assignment. I'm going to say that number 5, parenting, peer relationships, academic self-efficacy, academic achievement, direct and mediating effects looks like it might be helpful for my paper. So I'm going to click on the title of that article. This opens up the record for the article, and it gives us a lot of good information about it. So the title is at top, we have the authors listed here, and the source, which is the publication information. First we have the journal title, the volume number, and the date it was published. something you'll want to look at is the abstract for the article, which is the summary. So what I'll do is I'll read this through, and this will help me to determine if this article will be helpful for my assignment, because it'll talk about the aims of the study and a bit about how it was carried out and the results that they found. So I like this article, and I would like to read the full thing to use it for my paper. So over on the left-hand side is where you will look to find the full text options for an article. So if full text is available, it'll say PDF full text or HTML full text right here. In this case, you can see that that is missing, but don't worry, we might have this article somewhere else. I'm going to click on Check True Serials for full text, and what this does is it'll search all of our other databases and our print holdings to see if we have the full text, the full article somewhere else. And in this case, we do. We have it in another database called PubMed Central. And I can click this link here, which is the title of the article, to be brought to the article within the database PubMed Central. If there is no full text available here, you can request the item through interlibrary loan, and this is when we reach out to other libraries and ask them to send you the full text of the article at no charge to you. So you can click Request Item and simply submit your request and be sent an article in 2 to 3 days' time. I'm going to click on this tab to get back to my results and show you an article for which the full text is available. So number 9, Associations of Parenting Styles and Dimensions with Academic Achievement in Children and Adolescents, a meta-analysis. I'm going to click on that title to open up the record. And over here, you'll see the PDF full text is available. So if you click on that link, it will open up the full article. Once you find an article that you want, it's important to make sure you save it. So I will oftentimes download the article and also email the article to myself by clicking this email button. You can type in your email address here and then write a subject for something that kind of makes sense. So maybe I'll say psychology, parenting styles. So then I'll keep that consistent for every single article that I find, and then I'll be able to find them all within my email easily. You also can ask the database to send you the citation for this article by clicking Citation Format and then APA. Another way to look at the citation for this article is to click the Cite button here on the right-hand side under Tools and scroll in this box to find the APA style. Now, sometimes this might not be entirely correct. It's basically a tool within the database that pulls the information from the record and puts it into each of the fields that are required. So sometimes you might see that the author's name is all in capital letters, or that the title of the article has capital letters where it shouldn't. So you just want to give this a once-over, give it a good look, and make sure that it's accurate before including it in your research paper. So this was a general overview of how to search the databases. We learned how to access APA PsycInfo and to narrow our search results down by adding other key terms and narrowing our subject that we're looking at. We found an article for which there was no full text available in the database and used True Serials to find the full text. And we looked at an article for which there was full text available and how to send that article to ourselves and save it. The next steps that I would engage in for this research project would be to search for the terms that your professor included in the research assignment. So like social achievement and independence and self-reliance, for example, that she wants you to discuss in your research paper. So I would search for those along with the permissive parenting style to see what types of articles would come up. And then I also would search one of our other psychology databases, like Psychology Journals by ProQuest, just to find additional sources if needed. This concludes today's tutorial. If you need any help at all, contact me, your personal librarian, Tiffany Davis, at tiffany.davis@msmc.edu.